Hold up. I'm gonna switch this shit to my headsets. Alright.
Give me a minute. I have to process this.
How do I switch my mic over?
Close that out. Close that out too.
Parents, video.
Remove that.
What's video? Let's see if it's voice. Output device. Input. Let's see if that works. Hold up. Say that again? How do I save? Wait, you. Hold on, let me mute my shit on. Xbox.
Hello?
You can hear me, right? Hello?
Wait, are we talking in the party or in Discord? Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm talking to Discord right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Dude. What? What? What game is he playing?
I don't fucking know either. I just want to understand the points. That's all I care about.
Here, let me move my party out the way. There we go, so I can see it.
Should we send this on to Lopez? Oh, boo. The game called worse.
That you can use to your advantage? Good lord. I'll settle for improving the worst genre in gaming. Letting developers know, letting them see how pointless motion inputs are by showing how nobody can justify them. Yikes. 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 Do y'all see this shit? The Three Stooges!
Nigga really said the
The
Three
Three
Stooges.
Stooges! It's like,
Who, me? Or PK?
us. Wait. Is Kai talking in the Discord?
PK.
Kai,
Yeah, you can
yeah?
hear me, right?
Yeah.
We're all talking Discord.
PK.
Oh shit, hang on, you're
You only hear your Xbox.
We can't hear you.
Well, you're muted for me.
Discord.
Okay, there.
Yeah.
He called us the Three Stooges, yo look. You'll see this.
I know, I'm seeing this shit. 44 minutes ago?
The Three Stooges, I
I don't
can't.
know how long this nigga
You
video
called
was.
us Larry, Curly, and Mo.
That's the niggas' names?
Yeah,
Oh,
those
I
are Three
forgot about
Stooges.
that.
Hey, look at the top right corner. It says it.
Oh, I
You
can't.
can't be serious.
Yes, look, it's right
PK's
there.
Curly and I'm Mo.
Messiah's Larry.
Alright, play the video.
Should we change our
Please.
profile
PK,
pictures
still
to
mute,
the
you're muted.
Three Stooges?
He muted himself again,
Oh
right?
no. I don't know how it would be them like me, but whatever. Should we change our profile pictures to the Three
Brain dead
Stooges?
rambling.
Stop.
Grounds to speak upon before we start discussing shit.
Wait, turn the volume up. Turn it up way up. I can't hear it.
Oh shit, okay,
Well,
I
let me
got
turn
you,
my-
I
let
got
me
you,
see my
I got you.
audio
Think
up.
motion input.
Hang on, let me make sure everything's fine. Turn y'all up.
I get a pen and paper just to take notes on this shit.
Maybe.
Hold up, then.
I'm gonna turn y'all down a little bit.
Let me put this textbook fucking right on something. Hold up.
Yo, he's finna roast the shit out of me, bro. I'm gonna cry.
I was gonna roast you.
For those that have it, yeah.
Like
Just to,
obviously,
let people know where we're coming from.
like obviously, not every game needs them, but
Like having every game in the future not have them is weird
it's boring as fuck.
and it's stupid.
Boring as fuck.
What
Yeah.
you just said
This is an emotion for sure.
Hold on, bro. Play this video.
is one
so
of
I
the
can
most
cry.
insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Yeah, basically.
Basically.
Fighting crab.
This game's called
Fighting
Input
crap?
Chaos.
At least list of 10 fighting games that don't use it. Well, there.
Bro, input chaos is not gonna be a evil. This is ass.
You know, those 10 have variety. I lost this at my own speed, but
You don't have to train like you're in a pro tournament.
Like
you're
you're
just
not.
slow.
That's
Exactly.
not like you
You're
don't.
retarded.
It's not
Yeah,
You
like
no,
don't have to
understandable.
train. You don't have to train at pro level to be like, for example, UMBC3 has all this like crazy bullshit. You don't have to train like you're Chris G to just play online.
like
it's just to play online and not play at tournaments, though, right? That's what it said, right?
He said he doesn't want to train like for a tournament if he just wants to get a grasp on the game. You don't have to.
He doesn't have to.
yeah, that's really not a thing.
Oh no,
that
go to
people
the
do.
comments. Go to the comments.
It's only 2 comments right now, and one dude responding to this dude responding to that person thing.
What did he
Wait,
say
what
about
did he
the
say
Mario
about
game?
the Mario game? Wait, who said something about Mario?
I didn't see that before.
Probably my dumbass.
All right, let's get to watching.
No, you have to
Easy.
type it on the pipe it down account. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Go ahead.
Okay. Shit's crazy,
That's
dog.
one point I'm taking so far, and the games and the mechanics.
Like nigga thinks that we want him to be. So he said smaller movelets don't make a fighting game
They
less
kinda-
deep. It comes from the mind
like-
games.
Kind of
Oh,
goes
dude, I'm
back
gonna
on
sound-
himself there
I'm gonna sound so stupid.
because
I hate hearing myself talk.
about when the move lists are smaller.
Yeah.
So there's less mind games at play or anticipation because you have less. You and your opponent have less options.
Basically.
So you kind of double back on.
Look
yourself.
at society. Like the fighters, there's light, medium, heavy, special, and then there's just like a special move that's one motion and like what, maybe 3 supers, if that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has an auto, a 6M, a 2H, and any other command normals that you can think of. And that's universal, and that's kind of boring. That's really fucking boring.
I understand now. That you have absolutely no idea how mind games work. The number of options you have isn't the only contributing factor to mind games in a fight. The second, far more important contributing factor is how and when you use those options. There are countless ways to aspect of the game for 3 players. Very basic examples, just because a certain move's unsafe in certain situations doesn't mean you can't use it. Yeah, and then they block it and you get punished.
Yeah, that's the part. That's the other part of the mind game. You use unsafe move, you get punished for that.
The mind games don't end. You're like, oh, that's
The
unsafe.
mind
He's
game
not
plays
gonna
out the
use
whole
it.
game.
Like,
And
That's
then there's
unsafe. He's
also
not finna use it, and then he's like, oh, he thinks he knows it's unsafe, so he thinks I'm not finna use it, so I'm gonna use it. But then the other dude's like, oh, I think it's unsafe, so he's finna use it, but I know it's unsafe.
here, I might have the perfect example for like a mind gaming situation. Let me go to my Twitch account.
so,
Let me share my screen again. Where is it? Here it is.
To catch
I don't know if
Trine
he
off
understands
guard,
though, like
or completely recognizing what is given Trine.
I should have it on here, but I probably don't. Here it is.
Let's get red like shit.
wait, what?
Look. So, this is a perfect
Oh, boy.
example of a mind game. Look. So, I hit it with them twice. Right? Twice. Guess what?
Oh, this is you and I. It's okay.
I can normal grab, command grab, cross up, low, meaty. But you know what I do? Shit, play. I do it again, and guess what?
I will hold up.
I do it again, and guess what? I do it again.
Stupid.
PK, please.
Jesus.
Fuck you. I will win, because you're not good.
Not the anti.
And see?
Jump over SPD.
Like, that's a mind game. Now the next
I'm
round
trying to
is...
remember what he said about mind games in the next thing. In like a previous video. It was something about buffering options in mind games because of motion inputs. Not really buffering per se, but it's just the fact that motion inputs it's harder to do in neutral for mind games in certain situations, blah blah blah. But my problem is that too much you think too much about a certain situation that causes mental static, and mental static is what really fucks you up in a mind game.
Oh.
So now you're playing a mind game on yourself. And then jumping me, do I anti-air? And then dash forward, do I stuff it with a jab? You create too many scenarios and options, scenarios that you think they're gonna do a move and it's not the right move. You put yourself in a whole mix-up in your own minds whatsoever about mind games. So
Yes, sir.
we all know what mind games are, but too many ideas of what to do in neutral. That's the problem.
Curly's rambling list of only seconds.
I forget who Curly is. I gotta wait for the thing to pop up in the corner again.
I think I'm Curly.
You are
I think I'm
Curly, you are
Curly.
Curly. I'm Mo and size like what, Lester?
Larry.
People actions like your movement plays a major role in mind game. That's why footsies are a major part of neutral combat.
Yeah, we know.
Of course you know.
Hold on.
Well, I think one of the points I was making was, like, don't change. He's complaining about motion inputs. I thought one of the things I was saying was, don't change it on franchises that have already been using it for years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, don't
Like-
change up Street Fighter for that
Don't
aspect.
change up Street Fighter. Don't change up
Like,
KOF. don't
MK
change up
has
Drive.
directional inputs. Don't change up to motion inputs because directional inputs do fine at MK.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Beginner to fighting games today. All these factors in account, yet these so-called experts can't.
Huh?
He's just talking shit to us. That's basically
No,
that.
I don't think he's talking about. I think he's just talking about in general. Let's continue. For clarification, they're responding to my argument that DP shouldn't have been. Wait, go back.
Yeah, go back.
This is the DP shit that nigga was talking about, bro. Good
They're
lord.
responding to my argument that DP shouldn't have been given so many properties, which is why it isn't a broken move. Which why it
boy.
is. It's a broken move.
I keep calling us idiots. He's arguing over DP.
No, I'm starting to agree with him that I'm an idiot.
I
A little bit.
can't. I
Nah,
literally
play the
can't,
video,
bro.
play the video.
Like, I don't even want to look at the whatever the deep. I'll look at it, but I just don't want to take it serious, man.
It
On
goes through
account.
entirely
Look
like
at
Everything else I
relevant
take it
the
serious.
responses.
responses is trying to just
But
touch
it's
one
a
place. We'll go through
trait
it.
in the series, though. Like,
Don't use Key and Peele against me.
All right, like
continue with how they want to do stuff.
it's gonna ruin fighting
Street
games.
Fighter is ruined.
Yeah.
Guilty Gear is ruined.
That's
like,
what I'm talking
a
about.
lot of
Don't
these
change
core
shit on
series
legacy
that
games that have
built
been
the
using the
genre.
same controls.
But it's
It's
straight in the series,
though.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Guys,
How was that? How was that an argument?
you-
I'm literally criticizing that trash ass trait. So saying,
but it's in the
but it's in the game.
doesn't amount to
doesn't
shit.
amount to shit.
Here,
I'm not saying, but it's in the game. It's part of the series, bro. I don't know what backwards planet you came from, but here on Earth, that's a little racist. Bouncing broken moves and tactics and competitive. It's not. It's not. I'm being stupid.
We gotta be from Earth 2 or something.
Games improves them.
So is this gonna
can't-
be points we're talking about the
Okay,
property
but
part?
if you take away invincibility from a DP and you're like, oh, balanced, all fixed. Like, no. What are you?
You can't
The
just
point
do
of a
that.
DP, the point of a dragon punch is for a wake up option. It's called a wake up option.
Depends what invincibility take away.
And
like
not
invincible
every
and wake up,
character
especially for
has it.
EX.
Right.
Exactly.
And if you
Grapplers
know-
don't have it.
And if you know a character, like if I get a knockdown on Ryu, and I'm like, okay, he can either get up and block, or he can DP me on wake up. If it's Rez, he's gonna DP, right? So I block the DP and get a punish. But if I don't see it coming, he gets the reward because it's the invincibility, and that's on me for getting DP'd there.
Or you time
And that's part of the
your
mind game that
knee
you was talking about
or
before.
your tick throw
Okay,
or any
hold on.
auto
Let me
key.
just say, him complaining about motion controls and using the game on the screen that right now as an, bro, this shit is something you see at like Indie Fest 2022. You're not gonna see this at these big tournaments. Like, if you're rooting for game, bro, like this game
You on the
is shit,
sideline.
bro. Like, you played this game for like
You on
5
the
minutes and you're like,
sideline.
oh, that's
No,
fun.
bro.
Like, no, bro. This type of shit is not. It's no hate on the game. I'm just saying this does not compare to a game like Street Fighter or a game like KOF.
I want to see if he talks about the property though.
Play this video so
'Cause
I can see him flame y'all too, because I haven't been through enough.
Fighting games.
Fighting
games
games
would be
is
ruined
about
because
inputs.
of besides the broken move. What a stupid remark.
Huh?
Right up there with your opening argument. See, that's his opinion that it's a broken move. It's not.
Why does he think a DP is a broken move? Because I literally told him what it was
Clearly, he
for.
keeps getting
It's
hit
a
by him and doesn't know what to do.
It goes through shit. It gets you out of shit. And it's a combo
Play the video,
ender
play the video.
and a combo opener. I told him what it does, and it's an anti-air. He's like, well, why does it need to be
Well, it's
an
stupid.
anti-air? Because it moves you forward. Your fist is going up. Your fist is rising. A rising dragon punch. Why would it not be an anti-air? I would
Play the
love
video, bro.
I would love to know.
I didn't know the core design of fighting games was making moves OP for no fucking reason. Oh wait, it's not. Bro, a DP is not OP. It's not.
I need a cigarette.
I think he's messing up with all like.
If I block a Shoryuken, if I block a Volcanic Viper, if I block a Flash Kick, I'm getting a punish off of that.
I need a cigarette.
And if I don't, they
You do
get
not smoke no cigarettes.
that's their reward for choosing to do that, and that's my fault for getting hit by it. It's not. They're not overpowered. He's talking about DPs like it's the most busted thing to come across the FGC.
Like, it's not like he's acting like they're unblockable and do like an ass ton of damage, bro. When they
Imagine
He's
they
really
were
talking
unblockable.
about
though.
he's talking about this shit like every game is Sam show, bro. This is not the case. He clearly has a vendetta against dragon punches that we don't understand.
Yeah, I see that.
I think we're never gonna
Crying
understand.
about it.
That's the problem.
I don't know if we even can, bro.
That's part
Like-
of the mind game. So what did that? If they do an invincible
fuck,
wake up,
Messiah's
it's gonna be
turn.
very punishable afterwards if you block it or just dodge it.
He's like,
like,
now
it's
listen to
okay
what
to
this
work
Blackie
a little
says.
more
We can't hear you from
Stop.
down. We can't hear you from down there. Past Messiah, speak up. Speak up.
But, oh.
is better.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
I hope my
'Cause if
friends don't
you-
catch me looking stupid
For
in this
example,
video.
if I what's it called? 2H. If I 2H Messiah's jump in with Ryu, that or I medium kick with Balrog to anti-air. I think that's his anti-air.
Yeah.
It has a chance of trading if he jumps in and does a normal. But if I add an input to that, like literally go like this, if I go like this with my thumb and press the button instead of just pressing the button, I beat out that chance of it trading.
Mhm. And Infinity Strike has a perfect balance. Jaina, one of the zoners, has a one button
He's like,
DP,
now listen to what this
and it's
Harambe-looking
invincible,
motherfucker
but
says.
she loses health every time she uses it. So there's risks to it.
Or if
I look like such a
like,
retard, bro.
the Guile ripoff in
We look
Fantasy
like we're in
Strike.
240.
Oh,
can't
you
throw
have no
fireball
confidence
off
in
the
your
bat.
own work, do you?
So
Oh,
Larry
Larry.
does have opinions. Not that it matters, because he's...
What?
Go back, go back,
Messiah.
go back.
Messiah,
Messiah,
he's
he's on your shit.
He's like, you should.
Wait, are you
can't
recording?
throw
Are you
fireball.
recording?
Yes, I'm
This shit
streaming
is so
this. I'm
funny,
streaming
bro.
this.
So
I'm
Larry
looking
does
for-
have opinions. Not that it matters, because he's just as close as the other.
Oh boy, here we go with
God.
this.
Making
He's still
DP's
like
input simpler doesn't take away our ability to block or dodge. Making this example of his making DP input
What?
simpler doesn't take away your ability to block or... What?
What?
Huh?
Call me crazy, but in most fighting games, you can't air block.
Like Street Fighter.
But like in anime games, you can. But those games aren't like footsie based. Those are more fast paced shit.
Moving
Anyway,
on.
Messiah, he's on your shit.
Can't wait to hear
So
all
his
this.
attempt to prove that there's a correlation between motion inputs and mind games misses the mark, because of course it does. There's no correlation. This dude's obsessed with mind games. I'm
Clearly.
saying, hold on, pause it.
Oh.
Hold on. First of all,
He's on your shit.
Moses' opinions. The argument is as brain dead as ever.
it's literally it's the most simple thing. You do more, you get more. Crouching heavy punch is one button. It has let me put this, because clearly he's like 5 years old. Me do one button, me do one button, chance of trade. Me do more work with input plus button, no chance of trade. Understand?
So are we ever gonna get into the? Is he ever gonna get into the properties again? That's my
I don't know.
question.
That's we gonna.
That's
have to
all I care
find
about.
out.
Is he gets into the properties with like DPs.
Yeah. I'm kind of worried about that shit too, bro.
By the guy in the first video, his idea of working harder for a better move is chalked up to nothing more than giving the move more startup. That's what he said in the motion input does, just like the guy from the first video. It's an example of trading and not trading. So once again, we've proven that balancing broken moves with properties and not stupid inputs was all that was required. I don't think this guy understands.
No.
Well, keep moving then.
He made a whole argument about.
Gotten the
Never
same
mind, I
result
know what I
while
told you.
allowing newcomers to pick the game to be more likely to retain interest in it. Curly especially admits this bringing up Fantasy Strike and how it shows powerful moves can be balanced without motion inputs.
I still say that there's a risk to it. I literally
These
said
morons
that
are literally making my argument for me now, a testament to how they have nothing of value to say.
I said that there is
He's
a
on your shit,
risk
PK.
to it, though. You lose health. Look, her DP.
Yeah, he completely skipped the part where you take damage for doing a one-button
Her
DP.
DP is still an anti-air. It's still invincible. It's still a combo ender.
But because it's a less simple, or it's a more simple input, she takes damage from doing it.
And she takes damage. She takes 1 point of
Like
damage.
if
What don't
bro.
you understand?
if I punch Messiah,
Oh boy, that's always.
if I punch Messiah, right, and it's just a punch, right? He's like, oh, okay, like just a normal punch. I get it's just a normal punch, and then Masai's like, oh, ow, whatever. But if I have the ability to one hit somebody and kill them, but I have to slit my wrist open to do so, I take
Is
damage
this your
while the move is more
example?
overpowered. So I punched Messiah across Manhattan, but I'm bleeding profusely. See, risk and reward. Because if I whiff the move, I'm fucked. But if I hit the move,
What in the
he's
chocolate is
fucked, and I'm
get
a
talking
little
about,
fucked.
That is a
bro?
poor way to
That's an extreme
represent
example, but you
risk
understand.
versus
Because I feel
reward.
like you have to put shit in extreme examples for this guy to get it through his head.
Dog.
If I have the ability to one
If I
shot
have the
somebody,
ability to
but
one-shot
I
somebody,
slit
but
my
I
wrist.
have to slit my entire arm open to do so. Like he literally took out the part where you said she has to take damage for that.
Oh god. Like, oh my god.
I'm
Let's
gonna
just
be here
keep
for a
moving.
while, dog.
The actual work you put in the fighting games comes from trying to outwit your opponent. You know
So
what?
this guy joins a
So it's
lobby. And
nothing about one of the
he's like, I
characters
got
out
mind
of
games, I got
one
mind
or
games,
the other
guys. But he's like
character.
sitting in spectator mode the whole time. He's like, no, trust me, I'm good.
There's more
Stop.
than like mind games. You're neutral. You're
You're
confirmed.
neutral. What
Your
the characters do.
combos.
Neutral,
Your
hit
How to
matchup
confirms.
counter that
knowledge.
character.
Your Oki. The way you play.
Like this dude keeps going back to mind games like it's
Your character.
like it's an important part of fighting games, but he's 100% wrong when he says the like he's trying to say the entire thing of fighting game because he says the actual work you put into a fighting game, meaning most
I'm gonna get some
or
water. I'll
all.
be right back.
I don't know. Like
So
I just
he's
feel to
bad at fighting
understand.
games. So he loses them around, and he's like, yeah, but I could have done this and this and this. I just wasn't ready to do it.
I just want to get into this section about the properties. We just get past this whole segment right here about properties. I can't even take this argument with a full grain of just intellect at all.
He
Like
doesn't understand. Like, do
I
you
don't
just
I
not
don't
want
get.
there to
I
be
just generally
properties for
just
moves?
never gonna get this dude in my life. I generally just won't
Do you want my
care.
DP to interact with other moves like a crouching medium or another normal? Doesn't make sense. And there's only so many buttons you can use. Like this dude is hard stuck on his dumbass argument.
Like I'm just confused on the part where he thinks that like say like medium DP has projectile invulnerability, heavy DP has probably more invisibility than like on wake up than like medium and light.
Got my water.
And light's just
Shoes
maybe
are
a
off.
frame faster, just EX is like fully invulnerable. Do you think that just like those properties in general versus minus his fucking shit when blocked just makes DP OP in that one thing just like out the gutter? Because it still makes no sense to what he better describe it. If not, it's just it's
He
game
wants
over.
to do a one button DP and he wants it to act like a poke or a normal.
Because he's saying that like even he made a point about DPs. He wants to use it
Take away the
neutral.
properties from a DP. What?
Oh my god. Because
Okay.
he made it
Anyway, if
seem
you
like
take
my fault. You
Hey,
got
Rob.
it.
if you, if you take away the properties of a DP, or you take away the like, for example, getting away from DPs, this dude's obsessed. If you can Tatsu through a fireball, in most Street Fighters, Tatsu through a fireball. If I took away the fireball and vulnerability from my Tatsu, and I hit you and it just acts like a normal, why is it called a special move then? There's no special moves.
Facts.
The properties and the input make the special moves.
And the damage too.
Yeah, like a DP, a light DP does more than a poke, and the properties of the move make it a special move.
Things do not need to be on a balanced team.
This
Favoritism
dude,
and
goes
idiocy.
outside and plays. His favorite sport is stick and ball.
What is not even gonna say nothing. God.
Yes. Yes.
Wait, Paul. Wait.
He
said that
that's all
that comes
you.
down. That comes down to
You,
hold on.
not the controls.
Wait, pause it. Your creativity, reflexes, and instincts. You know what else goes with those three? Execution. Your execution.
You see that brain? You see this brain right here?
Like
I think you seem to, be lacking one.
creativity, reflexes, instincts, and execution.
And that's
To
all
him,
you, not
to
your
him,
controls.
execution is like this dude will have a field day on a hitbox, but he wouldn't know what to do with a stick. Because he just wants to
Oh
press
my
buttons all damn
God.
day. Like,
I.
yeah.
Oh my god, I can't, bro. This
He's
is
supposed to
funny.
be an anti-air, right? So why the fuck was it given invincibility?
Like, does
It's
he?
not just an anti-air.
It's also a reversal move to get you out of
It's
situations.
reversal, it's an anti-air. It has probably one of them
That's
has
why it
probably go
has
through
eye-
projectiles. Like if
And it's
you learn
used
those
in
things,
combos too.
It's also
it's
used in
actually good.
combos.
Combos, enders.
Like,
Like if one move serves multiple purposes and you just have to do a motion before you press the assigned button.
When one move serves too many purposes, it becomes a broken move, Mo. Hold
Oh
on.
my
Hold-
God, this nigga,
H-
bro.
h-
He
hang
forgets
on.
literally to
Okay,
minus
okay,
hang
his
on,
hold
hang
on.
on, hang on, hang on, hang
Freeze
It's so
time, because this is the dumbest shit in this video.
hang on, hang on.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck,
so.
man? Get your ass on,
You have to put the clip in the video.
Please, you can edit this part. I just put it in.
Like,
Bro,
come
he
on
just,
now.
like, what is this dude? He wants the shit to be simpler than I initially thought.
Like dive kick simple.
Like,
It's not even that. He just thinks that because certain DPs have that many properties, but forgets that like they're minus as fuck. He thinks that
yeah,
that just makes the move broken. Like there's literally the whole counter argument. Just block it, punish it. Oh, but you get chunks of damage off of that.
like, okay, so for example, my Ryu crouching heavy, it's an anti-air, but it's also a combo tool after a jump in. It's a broken move.
Uh,
Tatsu, it puts you in a juggle state, and it goes through fireballs if you read it with the mind games. It's a broken move.
Broken move.
Get your ass on, bro. This is the dumbest part in the video, bro. He's an idiot.
I just don't
When
understand.
when one move serves too many purposes, it becomes a broken move. How is it too many purposes?
Now,
confused.
he wants to talk about a broken
Sure
move.
you can. It's an anti-air, a combo tool, and a reversal. Is three? Can he not count to three? Is three too high for him? Can his brain not? Or is he doing too many mind games in his head? He doesn't have space to know that.
Actually, wait. Let me try and boot up Fight Cage as fast as I can, because I'll show him a broken move. I will show him a broken move.
I think the Mo thing's really good to Kai at this point. I can't take this
Like,
serious.
is he slow or is he stupid?
Well,
There needs to be people, not there's two types of people. I still don't want to balance team. It's favoritism and idiocy. I never want the people to balance team.
let's see if I can find it. See, okay, look. So you share this with the Discord. So in Karnov's Revenge, Karnov has this move, right?
You can air throw during
Let's
the
see if he
normally
does it.
vulnerable.
Balloon is it's hitting.
God, if he
vulnerable.
has a chance.
Yeah. I've seen
So
that move.
Ryoko
That
can,
air move
Yeah,
is busted.
throw him out of it.
Balloon. Let's see if.
Hold on, wait.
Really?
Pause the recording and all that. I'll be right back.
Maybe an ideal version
Someone
of this
try
game
to
would
find it,
give an
though.
air throw to someone else who's not Ray.
Still here.
Yeah, he didn't really need it.
I don't even know
Did you see that pressure? Jesus Christ.
who will be just like not Ray. Almost absolutely destroyed him again with the double hands.
Oh, one hit away from hitting the weak.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Now I'm gonna explain the
I've been the
properties when Kai
whole
come back.
week mid-air.
I've consumed all my water.
I hate you.
I can't help it. I'm gonna go take a quick piss. Messiah, when Kai comes back, you text me.
I ain't here because my notification just messed over every. Come on.
As a terrorist, made a comeback.
Uh, I can't take it serious. I just can't at this point. I don't know. Whenever 10 minutes in at all, it's like, oh my god.
I don't know,
I
but
just can't wait to go back to like live and
he will know the. He gonna know a broken move when this Kai come back.
like all he has to do is just block and punish. I don't understand that factor. But having too many properties makes the move broken while having a most buster accountability to it.
I hate to see this nigga like see a Tekken unblockable.
That's not the point
He'd
here.
lose his mind, Messiah.
I
Like you could make the case for some normals in Tekken, like a generic down forward one, right?
yeah.
It's a mid, it's safe. Hell, it might even high and low crush, but it could be like minus 50 or some shit on block. Like, oh my god. Ugh. Ugh. My hair is
I
starting to get a
just
little bit curly though. I ain't gonna hold you.
stop.
I do have the right nickname. I got that Type C hair that Kai keeps saying. Stupid. He's talking about some Type C hair.
Oh, just like even though I've been like Sherman Command because Sherman just like feel like pressure games annoying to me. And
Hmm.
I'm trying to like live against it. And one thing is like run command, you gotta figure out a point if you back that shit. She stops at the point that you're last at, and then you can counter it, or you can hop
Really?
it.
Ooh.
But the problem is that it depends on what point you like. Your reaction has to be good.
Yeah, because she just like
From far
runs
away, you can
straight
react
towards
to it,
you.
but like hopping is like, but backdash is like it's fine, but sometimes she can still be able to block
Mm.
and still punish you. And check it out, flip back move she has can capture you if you mess the hell up yet. That's gonna be the best out too. But it's gonna be a little bit annoying to figure that out. Actually, no, I should be able to do it when this is over with.
Whenever we'll be done with this shit.
Like this is too
Because it
like I
seems like we
can't
going to
take
be
it
here
serious.
for a minute. Nigga said, given too many properties to a move makes it broken. I don't think you know what a broken move is in a fighting game.
Infinite soul gauge glitch.
Like Vanilla Sagat,
Stop.
Cliff. Have you seen Cliff from Guilty Gear?
No.
I don't think you have.
Should I go back and look at it?
I'm gonna give. So imagine if all of Sagat's kick normals were double the length and touched you from mid or full screen. Or let's just say, like, from mid screen. Cliff has a chargeable low, a chargeable overhead, which can stun instantly, I think.
Mm-hmm.
His damage is OD, his range is OD, his combos are easy as fuck.
That's ridiculous. Let me just check one more time. It should be fine.
I just don't get what he's
Yeah.
trying to say. Like, I'm having a hard time understanding because he's not.
This is just one of many things I just discussed. This don't want. This
Because
is
I
I can't take it.
Because I swear he'll make sense, but then he'll say some bullshit like that that doesn't make sense. Like, do you have any examples of properties to giving properties to a move that makes it busted? Because DPs aren't it.
True.
Because
It's really not it.
because if Shodos didn't have invincible reversals, that kind of they'd probably be less played or not played, if that. They're there for a reason.
Was Goken's EX Tatsu invincible on Wake Up?
Not that I know. I didn't play him.
Okay.
Nope, there he is.
Kai's back. All right, Kai.
All the Three Stooges are back.
So now to show you this broken move, right?
Yeah, it's the
Will be just like
Yeah.
non-raid.
fucking where he spreads himself out in the
Almost
air.
absolutely
Yeah.
destroyed him again with the double hands.
Body spot.
Oh, one hit away from hitting the.
Damn, I fucking missed it.
What?
It's busted.
I thought he went like behind him, then he went back in front of him.
Let me go back a little bit. Just a little bit.
What missing?
Ah!
Yeah.
So Balloon here.
What
This move is fucking busted.
Yeah.
The hitbox, fat as shit. It lasts forever. He can loop it if he wants to. And it's safe. And I think it's an overhead.
missing the crushing heavy punch? It's getting stuffed.
But you can still give. Oh, yeah, and he can do that. But that's a glitch.
Teleport? Oh, it's glitch too.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
yeah, he can slide and like do his charge move or something, and he'll TP. But that's an old fucking game. But you can't just like call a DP broken because it's an anti-air.
But then every
reversal, a
move,
combo.
every special move is broken then. If
True.
I get is the command grab a good example?
No, fireballs, pressure,
Oh, fireballs.
defense, zoning, all that good shit. All that
Like
good
imagine
shit.
fireballs like still attached to your body, even though it's far away, and then you like punish it like a Zorb and it hits you. It hits the opponent character, bro.
All right, let's keep watching.
Even all the shit you just listed, developers just decided it should be broken for no reason.
Oh boy.
It's not broken, shut up. Suggesting that emotional input is supposed to even out the choice, stupid as the choice itself. You want to make that move powerful?
It has
idiot.
that reward, and the risk is the input. Why do you want to do a DP for one button that has all of those properties? The reason why it has
No,
the
he
input-
wants to take away all the uses, right? Because 3 is too many. and just wants to make it a butt.
Like, I I don't. Uh,
Play video.
the point of the Shoryuken is to do forward, down, forward, forward. You move forward and press a
The
button.
developers
You
didn't
can't
decide,
block and do a
oh, this
DP.
move's gonna be broken. They sat down and they were like, oh, this move is gonna be used for this situation, and this situation. But it's not a 100% guaranteed success rate.
Facts.
Yeah, but it was the same progress in every DP spread through every like game.
Play the video.
And then inflect for all players using it, not
The-
shitty execution barriers that gatekeep newcomers. First of all, the execution is not hard. We went over that. This dude has like baby hands and he's like 2 years old. Second of all,
Stop.
like you want someone to have a drawback for using a move that has multiple purposes. Like he's acting like this shit is gonna hit you, stun you, and do an infinite on you at the
Right,
same time.
and it's unblockable. You want to see a fucking infinite?
Right.
Good lord.
And of course, I assume DPs were meant to be anti-airs when they're literally jumping uppercut attacks meant for hitting opponents in the air. But the exact argument I presented in my video was maybe that move shouldn't have been given all those properties in the first place. The whole point of a move. Then go back. Pause the video. Go back to whenever the fuck Street Fighter 2 was made, and tell Capcom, like, Capcom didn't sit down. They didn't sit down and be like, oh, this move, make it 100% busted, broken. All these baby hand bitches can't use it. Busted.
Came out in
They
91.
sat down and
91.
they were like, this move is going to be used to stop jumping opponents, and it'll be used after, or in a combo. Middle of a combo, end of a combo, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Wait. Making a move that can be used in damn near every situation.
He wants
shit
he
game
wants
design?
one move for literally every situation in a fighting game.
You can't do that unless you want like rainbow. Like, do you want your DP to spawn a fireball that tracks and moves forward? Like,
Like you can't
Okay,
use
don't make
a DP. You can't use a DP as a poke. It's not a long range projectile. You can't use it for pressure because you're unsafe if they block it. This
I still no, because
This
every
dude's-
time you make the whole thing goes way beyond the proportion of just that. Forget the fact that it's punishable as hell. The fact that it has that many properties what makes it busted, not the counterintuitive, which is you block, you
it
get
doesn't
rewarded.
make sense. You have to take in account all the negatives. This dude is getting infinitely DP'd by Ken Online, and he's like, why can't I do anything? You can do something. You just need to know what the move can't do, and you can counter it. The move can't guard break. So if you guard, look who's negative and who's positive now. Now it's your turn. If DPs can't be used for damn near every situation. It's not shit game design. Your brain is too small. Maybe you shouldn't be playing fighting games at all, since you call it the worst genre of game. Go play Mega Man. I need you to see this and understand the context of full. So these losers are gonna have to occupy some exclusive screens.
okay. First of all,
This music makes anything on screen look like it's an idiot.
if you're gonna do this, lower the music way down to where it can barely be heard. Please, for the love of God. Anyway,
Once the input's been bastard, it's not.
it's
Who's
not
this
that
up,
hard because you can barely hear us talk.
Hold on. He's putting this dumbass Kevin MacLeod default YouTube music over us reading his dumbass stupid ass video. If he wouldn't have put it in some cringe ass gotcha format, we wouldn't have to be reading all this shit.
That's a fact.
Stop.
So, yeah, you can spam.
Yeah, it's just us laughing because he's an idiot.
Retarded. You can
It's like, look at
spam
these guys, they're laughing.
DP in neutral, but you'll look fucking stupid if you do it.
You where this guy's coming from, it sounds like he's in bronze. Literally. Just because I'm not gonna comment or anything.
Wow.
The point that he's making right now is once you master the input, you can spam it. And if he finds that as an issue, then what does that say about how good he is?
Adapt the neutral.
I mean, actually lower than bronze. I'm ranked. Oh, makes sense. Point proven. Video's over. Point proven. You got him. Wow. He's like typing. He's editing the video. He's sitting there with the posture of a shrimp, right? He's like, his spine is in a C shape. He's slumped over and he's like, actually, I'm lower than bronze. I'm rankless.
No, wait, guy.
That'll help.
I'm actually lower than bronze. I'm rankless.
Rankless.
Oh, I can't. I knew someone was gonna say this.
Get a little sunlight in here.
Stop! I'm not screaming.
Let's get some sunlight in here. This has to be the funniest shit in the video. Well, we're like, okay, the way this dude's talking, it sounds like he's low rank. He's like, actually, I'm not ranked at all. Like, explains it.
Oh.
Explains it.
Oh.
Fucking Nematsu.
I don't play online.
I'm playing online. Why would I care to play the worst? Look, he doesn't even play online, but he's talking about the. Nah. Your entire delete your channel. The entire argument you're making, you don't even play online, and you're talking about. Whoa!
Does he even play against other players in general?
Hell,
He literally said he doesn't play online.
Get your ass on. Because I don't play online. Why would I care to play with the worst community in gaming? You just invalidated this video and the last video you made. If you don't play online, you can't get to speak about it. And I don't care. I don't care if that's gatekeeping. You can't get past the gate because you're not playing online. Stay on the offline side and don't come over here. We not open it for you. There's no secret password.
You're a comedian. I hate you.
This dude, I feel like I'm in purgatory. Is this like? He's an idiot.
Is he playing people in general? I don't care if it's an arcade, if it's like.
And it doesn't even have to be ranked. He doesn't even, bro, because he says he doesn't even play online. He doesn't even play casuals. You can't speak about motion. So the entire time, this dude's getting bodied by AI?
Yo, stop.
Please, for the love of God, don't
You're
say
making
it.
PK
So
high
wrong,
over
please.
here.
I'm about to...
It ain't so. Brother.
Brother, none of Black History Month. You can't do this. This is cool.
Somebody let him out the asylum, bro. Bring him back in there. That's like, look, bro. That's like this. Look. So I'm watching, right? This is just an example. Oh, Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. And Roy gets hit. Roy gets hit by an uppercut, right? Like Mike throws an uppercut while he's in the mix. And I'm like, oh, if that was me, if I was Mike, I would have hit him with the 3-piece. And if I was Roy, I would have weaved like ming, ming, ming. Like, no, you're not in the ring. You don't know how it is. If you don't play online, you can't talk about mind games because you're sitting there playing mind games against an arcade boss, crying that you can't do a DP motion. There's too many properties. What am I going to do against Seth's Fireball? Like, you're an idiot. You're an absolute
It's
dumbass.
broken.
You don't play online, you can't talk about anything. And if he makes a video out of this response, I honestly could not care. Yeah, I'm freaking out because he's an idiot. You don't play online, but you can't talk about motion inputs. You're struggling against an AI.
I can't deal with this. He's
This is what we
telling
were
me
looking for the entire time. If he
the-
would have said this at the beginning of the first video, we would have never made a response because it would have been invalidated at the beginning.
You're telling me he's talking about like motion inputs are shit to design, but you don't play online?
Rankless, he doesn't, and his excuse for that is it's a shit community. This dude got bodied at a sleepover and never touched a fighting game online again.
Stop.
His entire channel is invalidated. I don't care what else his other videos are about. Invalidated, and he's still using this dumbass gotcha thing. Bro, nah. Play the rest. And this shit is still like 20 more minutes. What could he possibly say to save him from this?
He can't. It's over. Oh my god, I'm done.
You don't play online. You can't speak on it.
I am so done, dude.
I'll spam him because it's you elitists. Pause it, because we're elitists now.
Oh wait.
Nah, bring it
Why
back, bring
keep
it back,
doing
bring
this?
it back.
Bring him. Oh, I.
If mastering motion inputs wasn't hard for beginners, it would be such a hot topic, and developers wouldn't be trying to make fighting games more accessible to newcomers. So the first remark is bullshit. And I'm not the one who has a problem with people spamming moves, as clearly shown in my comment you paused the video at. I brought spam up because it's you elitists who complain about spamming and try to use it as an argument to justify motion inputs. I don't, because you need motion inputs to spam in anyway. You need to do the quarter circle forward. You need to charge back and hit forward. Or whatever the input may be. You still need motion inputs to spam. And we're valid in complaining about. I'm not saying when I complain about being spammed, I know that is my fault that I need to learn the matchup and get past these fireballs. I'm not saying, oh, this Jackie Briggs is spamming. Someone at NetherRealm needs to make this shit easier to get by. But don't give me an armor move. That's too many properties for my little brain. Don't make the move broken. But keep in mind, I don't play online, and I'm fighting a bot. Play the video. You're afraid of having them get spammed.
They get
But
spammed
you're-
regardless if they're one button or have a motion. They'll still have a cooldown.
Projectiles will always be
regardless.
spammed.
You'll still have a cooldown on the move.
And he's saying,
regardless.
I'm
That
afraid of getting
cooldown be
spammed.
recovery frames.
And he's saying, I'm afraid of getting cooldown when he's, or getting spammed when he's the one complaining about this shit in the first place.
Like, for Rising Thunder, you can kind of spam, but you kind of can't because there's a cooldown on your special move. Same for Grand Blue, Fancy Strike. There's like a yeah, especially for.
Look, he said, I don't care if people
projectiles.
spam moves myself, but if moves too strong. He doesn't play online. What is he talking about? He's talking like he has experience with this shit online. And like, cause when we reacted to the first video, in my head, I'm like, oh, this dude plays online, and he came up with this argument.
Yeah, we just assumed that
Yeah.
he just played online.
We just
and
assumed
we were
that he
wrong.
plays online.
Oh, we were so wrong.
We-
We were so wrong. Oh, we were so wrong.
That video.
Oh my god.
Pause.
Hey, it's me. It's me.
This is in my comment section bringing up fireball spam, trying to justify motion
It's
inputs.
me.
Ain't it?
Guys, look, it's me. It's me. I'm in the video.
Look at you, Carly.
Stop.
Look, I say you want the niggas to just pick up a game and spam fireballs with no cooldown.
Say it. Care to explain why you're expressing concerns about spam after what you all said in your video? What?
Anybody got a comment?
I kind of don't. I really don't. I'm just still stuck on the not playing online thing.
Alright, play
That's
the
just
video. I want to see what
fooling
you
you
guys
the
say.
whole time.
Just give fireballs the necessary startup frames, motion and pretending as adapt and neutral as layer. Just give fireballs the necessary startup frames the motion input was pretending to sub for, and adapt in neutral as Larry says. Problem
But
solved. No motion input required.
but all fireballs have startup frames. Every single special move has a startup frame, including fireballs.
Yeah. The video quality just tanked, bro. Jesus Christ. You even contradict the person mark in the comments saying how Morgan Soulfist Astro is hard to do. But most inputs aren't hard, right? That's what you said in your video, and more shockingly throughout conversation after bringing this up. Yeah, it's hard to do, but that doesn't mean I'm like, what?
It's
A pretzel
not.
motion is hard to do, but if I go in the lab and practice it, it's not going to be hard to do.
I was
But
saying
clearly, you just want to one button press this shit in arcade mode, and then want that shit to work.
I was saying it's hard because you have to do these in a rapid succession. But I guess that didn't go through to him. I don't think you do either, man.
I don't care if people spam moves myself, but if a move's too strong, suggesting that making its input tougher is an effective way to balance it.
Let's
is
fix
fucking
itself.
stupid. Have you ever heard of anyone say that kind of shit when a character or move is broken? Pause it. I haven't heard anybody say that.
Me neither. he's making shit up. He's making shit up.
What is that? What was that?
Jesus, that was terrifying.
That was a jump scare, bro. So, you viewers can all read the question and more to the point in my answer to the question, right? Because these illiterate fuckwits clearly couldn't.
Certain characters' DP has better like traits than the character's DP. You balance the frames, you balance the iframes, you balance the hitboxes. You don't change the input.
Like let's say
Like
Ken.
it's happened before on certain moves, like
I can't.
Pause it. I said you change. What I say? You change the frames.
Yeah, you change
What
the
else?
frames and the iframes.
Frames, hitboxes,
And the
Yeah, you
frames.
change the frames, hitboxes, and iframes.
You
I'm
don't
not
change the
saying
input.
take away the property of an anti-air or take away the property change the frames and hitbox on a DP so it doesn't hit on stupid situations. That's what makes it busted. If I jab you and you're behind me in a cross up and it anti-airs you, that's busted. If I I'm not saying take away the anti-air property, the reversal property, the combo property, the juggle property of a DP. I'm just saying per game, balance it accordingly. I'm not saying change the properties. The property of an anti-air is still there. It's just different timing because of the different frames or if you know the hitboxes and stuff like that. I'm not saying change the property. Because how do you even, like, okay, anti-air is a property. How do you balance that? You don't. Anti-air, it's just an anti-air. You don't balance that. You can balance how big the hitbox is for the fist when you anti-air. You can balance how many startup frames or recovery frames it has if you whiff or if you hit the anti-air. But the anti-air is still that property. It's still the property of hitting somebody out of the air. That's the property.
Like let's say
Like
Ken.
it's happened before on certain moves, like what's it called? Balrog's DP in 5 used to be a charge motion like it was in 4, but they changed it to a DP. That was just something they wanted to do. Like it wasn't that it was busted when it was a certain motion. The moves traits are what makes it broken if it is.
Yeah.
Not the motion.
Yeah.
The motion makes it.
Hold on.
It was a certain motion. The moves traits are what makes it broken if it is.
Yeah.
Not the motion.
Yeah.
The motion makes it easier to do.
Yep.
But if it was easier to do and had more balanced traits, then it wouldn't be such a big problem.
Mm-hmm.
Get these white men on my face.
I'm Black History Month.
Moves properties to make it. That's literally what I just said. And they includes you morons in favor of motion inputs. So, not to believe they're. So even you believe they're effective. Wait, go back to what he said. Go back like a few seconds. Have you? They suggest changing the move's properties to make it less OP, like any same. Yeah, that's literally what I
you
just said.
just said that too.
Fine, they includes you morons in favor of motion inputs, but all tougher inputs do is annoying beginners trying to use the moves. So play another character?
Give me an example, like Kai. So
I don't know. You need to understand that different, like KOF. Is
Hold on,
not
pause the
known-
video.
Okay. So I can see how I sound stupid. I wasn't 100% thinking. I wasn't like if I had a chance to like write notes on this shit and we weren't just blind reacting like we did for that video he's referring to, and maybe it would have gone a little different. I'm just, I have a concept in my head and I just say shit. But this, like, the earlier in the video, the fact that he doesn't even play online, it just invalidates all this.
yeah,
Even if I made a bad point, even if I said something and the wording wasn't quite right for him to get the point, the fact that he didn't experience these things online
or with another person in general that's like decent or at his skill level, but I guess he's shit since he doesn't play with anyone at all or even has a skill level to speak of. Because we really thought that he played online and shit, but he doesn't.
This part of the video is funny. The music makes me sound stupid as fuck. The music, especially when I'm like, music makes me sound like a dumbass.
For easy inputs. It's known for having all of these cancel shits and it's like all these difficult inputs
and links too.
That's what makes it fun. That's like what learning a character is about.
Yeah, like I don't get what he's saying because
but it seems you do acknowledge the change in moves properties, but actually you did the bounce move.
You're desperate, guy. You're desperate.
Yeah,
Oh
my headset. Oh, I need to switch over. I don't know what's being said.
As someone who personally took an interest in KOF, I can tell you right now the controls definitely weren't on my mind when I picked it up.
Yeah, and then he saw the controls and ran away. He saw a half circle and he was terrified.
I'm gonna keep reading.
I'm just reading this. Okay, can we just continue on with that extra shit going on, please?
Losers get hyped up about controls in non-VR games.
The fuck? What?
Isn't that the whole thing? He was. Never mind. He's an idiot.
I'm actually confused about
Someone
this
put qualify against VR now, please.
Bro, it's not struggling.
Struggling
It's
to do a
moving the
character's
bro.
struggling
He
to
says
do a
he
character's
says
moves isn't learning a
struggling
character.
like a quarter circle or a half circle or a DP motion is hard to do. And I know when you look at this,
Mulligan.
when you look at the entire argument from a half glass full perspective, you're like, oh, but some people don't find it
Yeah.
easy to do half circles and quarter circles. There,
Yeah, I'm gonna switch my mic over. Y'all continue.
bro. I'm not saying they're objectively easy, but come on, bro. If you have trouble doing that, maybe something's wrong with you.
Like, you know what? Never mind. He
Like,
got it. He got it. He got it.
when has any, bro? You have to.
You got it. Nigga.
Like,
You got it, bro.
he got it. Yep, for
You
sure.
got it, bro. You got it. You got it. You got it. Figuring out how to use the character's moves and yes, and unnecessary execution barriers don't
Figuring out how to use
contribute
best
to
use
that.
the character's moves in a fight is how you learn them. Okay, and unnecessary execution barriers don't contribute to that. They get in the way. They get in the way if you're a dumbass and don't like. Clearly, he finds it too hard to like function in a fighting game.
You got it, bro. He got it. Infernal, you got it, bro. That this is all you, bro. You got it. Because I don't know what to say anymore. You can't learn your character. You can't use them reliably.
That's what training mode is for. You
And a
go
lot
into
of
training mode with a character you like so you can learn them. You play the game with how it's given to you. You don't play the game and want it to mold around how you want to play it. If I'm like, Terry looks like a cool character. I'm gonna try him out. I'm not gonna be like, oh man, his DP is a charge down up input. What am I gonna do?
I'm gonna
They
mod
need to
it.
change this for me. I'm gonna be like, oh, his uppercut is a charge down up input. I'm like, okay, that's just how it is in this game.
Y'all can hear me?
And it differs
Yeah, we
if
can
it,
hear you.
it differs
My fault.
from game to game. If I'm like, oh, this character looks cool in this game, and I go, I'm like, oh, their DP is a one button thing. I'm not gonna be like, oh, that's stupid. That's just how that specific game is. I don't want the game to mold around how I'm going. Like, if I complain about a game, that's fine. But I'm not gonna complain to where I'm like, oh, they need to change this around me because I find it difficult. He's speaking for all newcomers. That's not true at all. You can come from a game like a turn-based game. You can come from a platformer and hop into training mode, and you're like, oh, these motions are easy. And some people are like, oh, these motions are hard. But if you're that interested in playing the fighting game, you sit there and learn the motions. Like, no, like that's like switching. So say Street Fighter 4 your first fighting game, and you come from like
Yeah.
shoot 'em ups and bullet hells or whatever, and you're like, oh, they want me to do that with my thumbstick plus a button to do this move. If it's literally your first introduction to fighting games, you're not gonna be like yeah, you're gonna be overwhelmed because there's a lot to take in. But if you genuinely want to get into a fighting game, you just have to learn it. And yeah, I get saying that's just how it is. That's how whatever. But it like anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. Play video.
Okay. And just play another character. This is exactly why fighting games can't improve. That's kind that's kind of why fighting games have a lot of characters. So if you can't do or do,
Bad archetypes.
He just wants everything to be simplified to where he thinks it's easy enough. Like,
Shit, if I was a dictator, bro, shit, if I was
if I
fucking
hop,
like,
if I hop into a game and a move is too hard for me to do, like this dude wants me to send a well thought out email to the CEO of Capcom and be like, this move is too hard for me, please change it. I'm like, oh, now the move list is easy to do. Now I have to learn mind games. That's the true thing of fighting games.
Like, and with the whole just play another character thing, it differs from every game. If I have trouble playing Dulcim, right, because of how he plays, like, oh, just play another character. Like, oh, then I'll go over to Guile. It's literally 2 special moves.
Yeah.
And I don't either. I don't think about what controls a character has.
Unless you're that kind of person, like I am. Like me
Like, talk
personally,
about this.
I'll think about it, but
I go off. Yeah, when you've been playing fighting games for a while, you think about the controls because you might already be familiar with the character.
yeah,
You're
or
saying
the game
ordinary
itself.
gamers don't pick up, like, yeah, we get it. Ordinary gamers don't pick up characters depending on what the controls are. Like, I mean, most of the time people pick a character, at least from my experience, people pick a character that looks cool. Like, oh, this dude looks cool, she looks cool, whatever. And then the move list comes with that character. And if you're like, oh, move list is too hard for me, then you have no other choice but to pick another character. Like, the character's not gonna get easier for you just because you think he looks cool and you really want to play him, but you can't do the inputs. The game's not gonna change around you. You have to adapt to the game. And it's different for every game that's like that. Sometimes it's harder, sometimes it's easier. But this dude doesn't even play online, so I don't know what he's talking about.
Back. Yeah, if we keep playing this, I'll be back. I'm gonna see some bathroom quickly.
Play video.
Okay, I'm give me like 2 seconds. Oh God. Okay. Okay. Let me finish. Yeah, but you don't have to like just
But
just because we tell you
go back to the to what he said before this.
just because
Yeah,
we
play.
tell you to play something
Oh
else.
no, wait, because he.
All right.
No, keep going, keep going, keep going. There's because pause on the one after this. And
What?
being told to play someone else and drop that character they took interest in because some asshole chose to make them unbearable to pick up. Again, this is a personal thing for him. He's talking about all characters like so not every character that's hard for him to pick up is hard for other newcomers to pick up. Some people just have that ability to do these inputs or pick up a quote unquote harder character because I mean it just comes natural to them.
Like
He's
Dawson or
going off a
Sekiro.
personal thing. Him calling the developers assholes for making characters quote unquote intentionally hard to play, that's all a personal thing for him.
That's what it
This doesn't
sounds like.
apply this
To
doesn't
every
apply
single
to
newcomer.
to every newcomer to fighting games. So when I stop talking, PK, that means you can play the video again. I don't want to keep telling you to play the video.
Yeah, I'm doing something more important. I'm cutting my hair. At least a strand of it, if I can even
Type C?
get the. There we go.
Type C, baby.
Big
Let's
old
go.
chunk.
Oh.
God, I'm tired of you with this Type C hair bullshit.
Dude, look, he's talking about newcomers like he speaks for all, like he's the fucking Lorax and the newcomers are trees, bro.
And just because someone tells you to drop them, you don't have to drop a character that you like because if you like the character, you can still play
And
them
no,
regardless
My
of how
bad.
they play.
right.
Jeez Louise.
I don't know. I don't know about that. Don't say that.
Nah, Kyle, what's wrong? What's
We
wrong?
ain't
No,
still
no, no.
not
Play,
barely
play video.
halfway
Play
through.
video.
Oh my god.
Play it, dickhead.
I'm about to. play someone else. That shit doesn't
That shit
even
doesn't
fly
even
in
fly in
Overwatch.
Overwatch. Why the fuck would it play? Would it in a game where players aren't playing in teams? What? In Overwatch, this has nothing to do with
You
Overwatch.
point and
That's
shoot
cool.
in Overwatch. In a fighting
First of
game,
all,
you
it's a
fight
whole different type
somebody.
of genre.
That's a
It's
different
a
genre.
whole different genre. She's talking about the whole play someone else thing doesn't work in Overwatch. What are you talking about? If there's a team, right? So there's a team comp, and okay, my first day on Overwatch, for example, and I'm like, oh, this character Lucio looks cool. I'm gonna pick him, and then all my teammates are like, no, that character's ass. Pick somebody else. If if you're even mentally strong a little bit, you're gonna be like, no, fuck you. I'm playing this character because I want to.
Like, yeah,
And
you
like
don't
I
get
said
shit
before,
for it, but like,
he's speaking for every newcomer when he shouldn't. This is most of this shit is coming. He's making this argument against us like it's like what he's saying is objective. It's all personal from him. He doesn't speak for everybody.
Sometimes it's opinion based. That's the truth.
Yes, the biggest misunderstanding of the argument against motion inputs. Nobody fucking said motion inputs are impossible to do. Well, you're making the argument like they are.
I'm gonna just keep it.
Nobody with a brain in their head anyway. The problem is doing them consistently. That is what frustrates beginners because you're required to make split-second decisions in a match. That's a
Practice makes perfect. Moving on.
That's part of the mind game. Whether it's that.
Training mode is. Oh
That's
damn! You
part of
got
the
the buzzer, Messiah. You
Yeah,
got the
that's
buzzer.
like,
You
You got the
buzzer.
Family
He's on
Feud
your
buzzer.
shit. He's on your shit. Messiah. He roasted you, bro.
The survey
damn,
says.
bro. Harvey didn't give me my points, bro. Damn, not getting that bonus.
Damn.
Mind game. Damn.
We not bringing you
That's
on
just
Family
fucking-
Feud no more, bro.
Nope. Uh-uh.
Literally
That's
part
literally
of
part of the mind game. From what you said earlier,
What second this is? That's literally part of the mind game.
we can't hear anything that's being said. It's just so much noise.
Wait, but you're reading over shit. You're not even. You're finishing to act like you know what I'm arguing. What?
Yeah, anybody can see that part. Oh my, this nigga, like he knows what a mind game
What
truly
he's
is.
doing the last video and this video. He keeps connecting. He's like, mind game is most of the stuff, guys. Get rid of motion inputs. Mind game is most of what makes a fighting game good. First of all, he is not qualified to talk about it because he doesn't play online. Second of all, he keeps referencing the mind games.
Exactly.
So I don't know what he's talking to us about.
I think he wants
Also,
to take his power, and he's
Messiah, he's
going
on
to
your shit.
abuse it.
I knew someone was gonna say that. I knew one of you were gonna say that. Oh my god.
Because he has people to perform penance on. And they need to see their new lord in his fullest potential.
Stop. This dude.
Look,
Oh
he's just referring it back to mind games. again.
Exactly. So how are you gonna fix that decision? How do you fix that decision then? I want to know still till this day.
It goes into making a decision, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, if, like, for mind games, a big part of mind games, at least in most fighting games, are hit confirms. If I randomly get a low short on you and I'm in range to combo into a fireball, I know that I have to, like, oh, if I press one button for crouch short and then another button for fireball, easy ass hit confirm. Like, all you're doing is adding emotion to that.
Or you doing
And
I
this
should lose
works
on this.
again, like, he's like,
I
he's
what he said about
like outside of Capcom's headquarters or SNK's headquarters with like a torch in one hand and a sign. And he's like, mold the game around me. Mold the game around me. It's too hard.
Stop. I'm just thinking about Martin Luther 95 thesis. Stop. Oh my
Like,
god.
bro.
Mold the
Right.
game around me.
Just like Martin
Mold the
Luther,
game
dude put up a
around me.
signboard in front of the headquarters, and he's like, 95 reasons why this game is too hard for me, even though I don't even play online.
All
I need
right.
to look at what he said about mind games. Oh my god.
But you are.
You don't play mind games with yourself.
Oh.
Players should be losing because of the mistakes they make. Not from stupid controls holding them back. That's a general rule of video games across the board. That's why keybinds are such a big deal to players for less demanding games. So it really doesn't make any sense that fighting games can't.
Right here, both the audios and the music.
Okay. Yeah, he needs to work on this shit, bro.
You can't compare fighting games to other games.
Hey, that guy died. Don't use that on me.
I forgot he did die.
Oh,
Damn.
I
I forgot he died. That sucks, bro. That sucks.
Well, we can say
Yeah, they're
doesn't
different
matter in
because
my
like
games.
in Mario platformers, now there's a Mario thing. See, I said
So
it.
it was you.
You move either from left to right or right to left, meaning the way you move can be reversed at any moment.
And it's like,
What? He's on your shit, PK.
What?
Bro, what are you talking about?
what are you talking about, man?
What are you talking about, man? Hang on. Can we go back to first at any moment?
And it's like,
What? Screen record that and use that for the Instagram chat. That shit is so funny.
Oh my god, okay. Just don't say anything. Actually, I can just take out the sound. I can just make it my own video. Shit is funny, dog.
Funny. Yeah.
Meaning, the way you move can be reversed at any moment.
And it's like,
What? What? What are you talking about, man?
I was saying that in relation to fighting games, I guess.
It is kind of funny how I'm like, you can't compare fighting games to other games, and then PK immediately compares it to Mario. It just validates my argument.
Oh shit, that's funny.
He's currently he's on your shit, so play the video.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
with the keybinds thing, you can bind buttons to, like, you can map them to other shit on your controller or keyboard or whatever you're using.
Hey, pal. You just blowing from stupid
Nah.
Oh, he's on your shit, guy. He's on your shit.
Yo.
He's on your shit. He's on your shit. Let's go back. Let's go back.
Bind buttons to.
Nah, don't run it back.
Nah, run it back. Run it back.
Run it back, Turbo. Like, yo,
Hey,
nah.
You just blowing from
Why'd you have to
stupid
do
down?
it? Oh, where I get my segment too. I already did, but I get another one to watch. Is that again? So it's funny because I'm like.
It looks like I did that.
Yeah, so messages some alignment in between.
Esti come chem camper.
Stop reading it. Stop reading it. Oh boy, there we go.
Yeah, I used to use your brainless. Here.
He's on your shit now.
Go back to Messiah. Go back
Put
to
him on,
Messiah,
Mo.
please. Go back to Messiah.
Come on, Larry.
He's
Again.
calling us elitists. Clearly, he sees anybody that's a little good at fighting games as like gods. He's like, you elitist,
right there.
playing in
That was
ranked
like
and
elitist
bronze.
right there, monarchy.
He's a shit guy.
When he says the first game, he's chilling the ball, I'm guessing.
It's easy to choke in any game testing your reflex. Shoot 'em ups, rhythm games, pinball, but those games don't use much reflex. that's just instantly makes them easy for anyone with a master, right?
In summary,
Nobody
the
said
reason a
that.
super
Nobody
move has
said
a more
that.
Oh shit.
He's on your shit, Kai. He's on your
Comparing
shit.
fighting games with FPS is bad. Everything you said about Halo could be applied to fighting games, and that is why there is no reason to bounce around the difficulty of execution.
Cooldowns are analog to charging shots. Animation delay and projectile speeds.
Stop! I'm just processing.
Wait, your argument comparing fighting games with FPS is bad. Everything you said about Halo could be applied to fighting games.
Mike.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Mike is on this thing.
He's on your shit.
Don't use it on
Beyond.
me,
He's
dickhead.
on your shit. Why there's no reason to bounce around difficulty of execution. Cooldowns are analog to charging shots. Animation delay and projectile speed is comparable to the RPG slow projectile.
He said that's why there's no reason to bounce around difficulty of execution.
Like they're acting
That's what
like
this entire video is about. They want the execution part gone.
they're acting like they have to constantly do it every single time.
Well, no fucking shit.
Like if you're well, no fucking shit. Like if you're at Evo top 8, yeah, you have to have that shit down pat. But if you're just getting into a game and starting out, you learn how to do that over time.
Like, if everything didn't have a motion input, like, what's the skill to the game?
Okay, I get it. I sound stupid. Stop. Don't rewind it. Stop.
Oh shit! He killer queens you.
Like, what's the skill to the game? What's the skill to the game?
What? Kai, he's on your shit.
He's beyond on you. Damn, Mo, he fucking up bad, man. He got you a 4K.
Damn, Kai, he got you
More like 480.
Yeah, or 240.
Hold on, pause it. I never said skill doesn't come from outplaying your opponent. I'm just saying motion inputs are part of outplaying your opponent because you use them to outplay your opponent in specific games, whichever games have motion inputs. And look, here he goes talking about mind games again when he was just on Masai shit for referring back to mind games. Kind of cringing a little bit.
I can't with this nigga in mind games, bro. I can't with this dude in mind games, man.
But Messiah, the mind games.
Bro, this nigga made a whole different shit about mind games. And how, because certain options were restricted, he couldn't play mind games at all. I just can't.
I don't know, if you fucking with simple controls, you might be ass. But I see what he's
Use pinball as an example. How much? Never mind, bro. This dude's an idiot.
Pinball doesn't have any motion input.
Yeah, pinball has simple inputs, but if I fuck up and I drop the ball, like this is an idiot.
You just press button.
I'm about to see what input a pinball to the machine.
My opponent in pinball, bro. Somebody tell me.
This nigga is hilarious. I can't do
This
it.
the video is funny. I'll give him that. That shit is funny as hell.
Yeah, we know. Look.
Yeah, he's getting bodied by the AI. Makes sense. That happens a lot to someone who doesn't play online.
Let's see that again. Let's see it again.
Let's get a media moments replay sponsored by Arby's.
This is a media moment. Oh, that brother's floating in the air. How could his hands do this? Oh man.
Fighting games are what he said it's about earlier. Mind games and tricking your opponent and doing all that stuff. But doing motion input is just part of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
well, wait.
Around
okay,
is
part of it for
who
specific games.
Smart their opponent, or who can capitalize on their opponent's mistake.
I can easily make points just by keeping controls. Easy to pick up, and hard to master. While you can't name a single benefit for making them hard to pick up.
They're not hard to pick up though.
What is wrong with your brain?
It's not hard to pick up for some people, and it's hard to pick up for some people. So just because he finds them hard to pick up, he's like, see, guys, look, see, you're not making any good points. See, look, I still, after watching your video, I still can't pick up a character.
Oh my god, dude, I fucking can't.
Bro, every character has a different play style. Like, it's not that hard to understand. For example, Happy Chaos doesn't have a heavy punch. He has, when you press the heavy punch button, he pulls out the blick. And you have to balance what you do with the blick with the rest of your combos and press it accordingly. Another example in Guilty Gear, fucking Milia. Milia's a rushdown character. That's the play style. Like, this dude, he clearly just has trouble picking up characters, and he's expressing it like this.
Good video games don't have you struggling to use their controls. You don't learn over time.
Again, bro, just because he's struggling, he can't speak for all newcomers. Like, you can't.
Okay.
Hold on, pause it again. The learning a character in a fighting game takes time. You learn a character over time with what's given to you. Like, time is a big part of being a fan in the FGC. Everything takes time. Learning a character takes time. Learning a matchup takes time. Learning the matchup chart takes time. Learning combos takes time. Fighting online, which you don't do, but fighting online and getting better takes time. Everything takes time. Like, you can't just hop in there. Play a video. Look, he said ridiculous amounts of time. Clearly, he just doesn't want to put in the time to learn a fighting game.
What he's saying, what Underdog was saying is the slowness of the rocket, the slow rocket traveling is what a motion input is in a fighting game. And the big explosion radius, which is so good, is the move properties of the DP. You work more for better moves. It's not that hard to understand.
It's really not. He got perfected. Goddamn. Why are we elitists?
He keeps using the word. He keeps using the word elitist. I guarantee you, he says that to anybody that is a smidge better than him. To him, these people that are in bronze and silver, like, to him, if someone DPs a jump in, they're an elitist. They're too good at the game. They put too much time into learning this hard input for a DP.
Anti-air shit, that requires zero IQ right there. Let me tell you about my history with that shit right there.
Yeah, Messiah, we know. 0 brain IQ because you know how to anti-air.
Hey, play it. Keep special inputs to the 4 cardinal directions. See, look, this is an example of what I was saying earlier, where he wants games to mold around him. Why use 4 inputs when you have access to all 8? Like, yeah, so if tomorrow a new game came out and it only uses left, right, up, and down, that's fine. If I play the game, I'm like, okay, that's what this game's giving me. I'm gonna use it.
But if the next
But
like
I'm not
MK,
gonna let Street Fighter 6, like, if Street Fighter 6 comes out and they're like, oh, you can only do left, right, up, down, that doesn't make sense.
Won't work, especially for how the jump's gonna work.
Literally
hell no, it doesn't work.
every game in a franchise as big as Street Fighter has been consistent with. There's a reason we compare the directions to a keypad on a keyboard. That's why there's things like 2H, 2M, because because the 8 directions and then the
On the number
keys,
pad.
the 8 directions plus neutral. Sorry, but still, like this right here, he said better yet use the suggestion he gave us for only using cardinal directions. It's like he wants the game to mold around him. It doesn't make sense to just do that.
You don't. So you hate motion inputs, but you don't
You
hate
don't hate special inputs. So what does he consider a special input? This makes absolutely no sense.
I may hate motion inputs, but I don't hate special inputs.
Isn't it like down forward at the same time and like punch or some shit? I'm confused.
Is he talking about like
If the
motions
problem with
for
him is
special
command
moves?
normals, he's an idiot.
The only thing I can think about when he says special
Hold on.
inputs are
I'm-
command normals.
I'm having a stroke reading this. What is a special input other than a input for a special move? AKA Fireball, Tatsu, DP, Donkey Kick.
SPD, half circle
I may
forward.
hate motion inputs, but I don't hate special inputs. So I'm not asking for a huge change in controls. That doesn't make any sense.
Okay, now I literally don't know what he's trying to say. Like
I just want to hear him explain what a special input is compared to a motion input.
I may hate motion inputs, but I don't. This is hieroglyphics.
He's gonna react to this video that we're making right now and be like, see, these idiots don't understand. Here's what I'm trying to say, and then say some bullshit like this again.
Oh my god, bro.
I think I get an idea here now. Yeah, I think I get a general idea now. Okay.
My request to solve this issue would be a simple one which was inputted in the fighting games before, which is an option that gets rid of diagonal inputs.
So like
That's all I
stylus versus what were the other things called?
As one who's most comfortable with the D-pad when playing, can you keep playing it?
Yeah, I'm also comfortable with the D-pad when playing a fighting game.
It feels so much better pressing the buttons in a sequence quickly, as opposed to sliding my thumb. So pause. That's what again. Like I keep going back to him molding it around himself, because he's just letting me multiple times with this dumbass thing he's saying. He doesn't want diagonals. He wants a fireball to be like either a one button press or just a down plus forward press. He doesn't want the diagonal to be there. But I don't know if I don't know. Well, I know he's an idiot. But I don't know if he understands that when you do a down plus right motion, there's a down forward motion in that. When you roll your thumb across the stick, because nobody is pressing down plus right.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I know special inputs, he means like, say, like, I think Dudley's Heavy Machine goes like half circle forward, right?
Yeah.
So instead of that, it's like, it starts from down back and then goes all the way to forward.
No, but he doesn't want the diagonals, so he's gonna go like back
But
down
but
forward.
that's what I'm seeing as special inputs though. This is what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
So like for DP, say like a regular DP, it's like down forward, like punch, or if it's kick, down forward, kick.
So he just wants it to be like MK, where you just press down forward or down back. Even so, you'll still do a motion, even if you just press down and back. I just slide my thumb across the pad, but it's whatever. Guilty Gear Accent Core games had this option in the extra menu, which you unlock by beating the mission mode.
Yeah.
But when I play the game, so he's saying
he used to just do the motion or do the input. Oh. What? Hang on.
To him,
Cause I got +R open right now, so we gonna have to.
To him, this shit is. Why is it blurred? Look. To him, instead of doing this, rolling your hand across it.
Look, it's me. I'm playing Accent Core, guys. Look.
Press down and forward instead of doing diagonal. That's what he's talking about.
Cause I got this shit downloaded.
So basically like
mom.
Like how Blaze Blue, they have the stylish versus what the other thing's called. I forget what it's called.
Yeah.
Technical versus stylish.
Yeah.
But one, I don't know what the other one does basically. But I know one's like all the regular
stylish.
Regular inputs.
What stylish does, it just like takes away all control, kind of, when you like. Yeah, but you said they took it out. I'm sure they took it out. Wait. Kind of, when you like. I didn't. Whatever, bro. You got it. Too out of my mind. You got so caught up with that you couldn't find time to branch out and enjoy the actual game. Nigga, what? I fucking love Accent Core. What the fuck are you talking about? I fucking love Accent Core. Accent Core is fucking sick. That's Cliff and Testament. Hang on, like what? What is he talking about? I got so caught up with that you couldn't find time to branch out and enjoy the actual game. But I recommend anyone who has Accent Core to definitely try the extra menu out. Yeah, they. Oh, in future games, they took it out in future games. Play games. Well, because they have simple in Xrd Rev 2, which kind of just restricts you from playing the game if you want to actually do shit. But it's fine, I guess. Simple wasn't what I thought it would be. I thought it would just, like, I knew it'd be easy ass auto combos, but I didn't think it would just like take away my freedom to play the game. Moving on. Game. Is it in here, I wonder? Because I don't think I have it unlocked. But like, I don't see what's so hard about doing a fucking motion. Like, here's an example. So Tacitus Beast is that shit. Down there. It's half circle back forward.
No.
And it's so usually what you do is this. Right? But you can hold this to make it hit meaty. So, damn, I fucked it up.
Just because you fucked it up once.
Because
All
I
his years of
fucked it up
experience.
once. I'm exposed. I'm a fraud.
Just because you missed a down input,
Nobody said
you're a
he
fraud.
had. Nobody said
Oh
he had.
my god, I can't stand this.
He is just mad. He's like, look, he fucked it up.
One time he fucked up, he's like, look.
So
I'm a
if
fraud.
Smug or so if Daigo messes up a DP motion,
He's ass.
get rid of the DP motion. This dude's a clown, bro. He doesn't play online. He's invalid as a
Guys,
person,
I'm
to
a
me, bro.
fraud.
Oh, it's gonna be the rest of the argument.
Yeah, TK, you're a fraud. This trash video is almost over for us. So just play the
Oh
video.
no, I'm a fraud. My history of playing fighting games, my career is over because I messed up the input once. Hold that, let it go, and see how I got it right the second time. I only fucked it up when I was playing on this behemoth of a controller I have on my floor. And I had to learn that.
Oh my god.
We get it. 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 Delaying the attack while holding down the button, as well as doing that combo string, which has to be learned even if the half circle was just back, down, down, forward. It's 4 buttons. I'm pressing 4 buttons and doing a motion. Oh my lord. And this too, this doesn't even like it's sometimes hard to do because the S won't fucking come out. I'm a fraud. Look, he's exposing me.
You're a fraud, bro. You should kill yourself now. You serve no purpose.
My life is as valuable as a summer ant. Oh my god, that combo is hard because the S doesn't it doesn't come out. I know there's an easier version of it that's hard to do. Guys, he's exposing me. What do I do? I'm a fraud.
You're going to Reddit, buddy. You're done.
Tiger need the last one. Like, I don't see what's so hard about doing an input, bro. It's not.
Right, you learn the input by doing it consistent, bro. You shouldn't be able to just jump in and do shit consistent.
Facts.
Well, what's the challenge to the game? What's the challenge to the game?
Damn, back on your shit again.
Shit again.
Bro, what's the counter? What is the counter for Kai, bro?
Too fucking many.
Bro.
And then,
my problem is he thinks that no one's gonna like mess up once.
Why
like,
are
nobody
we
can play
elitists? Why are we elitists, bro? What do we do to this nigga? We're mentally cream pieing him. That's what we're doing.
Ew, gross. Clearly, we tested his argument whatsoever and reacted to it, meaning that we're elitists.
Fighting Rage is a beat 'em up, and guess what? It has motion inputs for the special moves. I'm pretty sure it does. Ricardo, the big bull, can do a DP. I'm pretty sure you can either do down up. I think for that you either do down up the actual DP input, or I know for a fact you hold the button and then you let go. I know there's an input motion for the girl. She does some weird flip kick move. And for the ninja, I think his name is like Frank or some shit. I don't remember, but the ninja has inputs. I know that for a fact, and he's my favorite character to fucking play. And the other two can do shit too. Like the ninja guy, There he is. He's based off of Guy, basically, and he can do he can do Guy shit. And they have trials for all the characters.
They do, which is cool.
So you can do these long combos. It's really cool. I like that game. That require motion input.
Right.
I don't get it. Shoot him! Shoot him! Damn! What do you mean? Wait.
Yes, what am I just
I
secret moves?
don't get it. He said fight rays are their secret moves.
Well, I wasn't paying attention. I was just writing
Yeah,
shit down.
but they're still special moves, though. That you do an input for. Yeah, oh my god, those fucking black belt challenges can suck my dick. Oh my god, they're so hard. But I think I completed most of them. I have to check. You attack, you roll. That's the basic things. But it's everything. The world is literally made to be against you. Niggas pop out the corners. Niggas pop up from behind. Niggas pop up. God, look. I'm so stupid. I look behind me. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Like, they're everywhere. You can get jumped, fall off a cliff, be pushed off the cliff, be jumped while getting pushed off the cliff. And the bosses will have these big sweeping moves that will just do damn near half or all of your health. That's why Dark Souls is hard, not because it has motion input. What the fuck is he talking about, bro? I think Kai died, or his brain stopped functioning. I think he stopped giving a fuck.
Yes, he just he's on Hulu. That's some views, hopefully. Blah 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 blah. Oh boy, the convention thing. Who was the dude who made the first video though? That's my real question. Who took it down?
I think his name was like Blizzby or some shit. Here, let me go look.
Is he still around?
I don't know. I think he like fucked off since everybody flamed him for that shit.
Bro, what the fuck happened to the rest of his videos then? Like, is it still up too?
No, cause he deleted that video. Remember?
That could be the only video he had though.
That was the only one that he might have had, but I don't know. Let me go look.
That's crazy. Damn, that's crazy. No, that can't be true. There's no fucking.
I'm gonna look him up right now on stream, just in case. Oh wait, is this him?
Like, I've heard about the video. I just never just like seen the video.
Here, let me
once look at it. It was down.
That final combat pack, but what is probably the
like,
last combat pack,
2
unless
minutes.
there's some big tease at the end. There's been some leaks thrown around, some data mines. So I'm pretty sure I know who's gonna be here. It sounds like it's gonna be Rain, Melina, and Rain.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to compare to. Wait.
Fighting games. Clip this, quote this, do whatever you want with this. I promise you.
That's the same dude. That's literally the same dude. So yeah, because he posted that on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 100% sure if he kept it up on like YouTube or something, it probably would have like 1 million views.
He's supposed to keep it up or not, so it's up to him.
I'm trying to look, 'cause I don't think it's on here like anywhere. No, I don't think it's on here. Oh well. Moving on. Oops.
I just really start giving a shit because he doesn't play on fighting games online. Like, come on,
He
God.
just stopped giving a fuck.
He really just start games like you should just want totally the compelling argument in favor of motion inputs. I'm sure. Could thought let me watch this video is gonna mean anything to all release this shit arguments that could have held a candle to me. Then please. And the students then go on to show a couple of players with disabilities go pro are probably talking about the leaders love to use and
Why are we elite?
because we're arguing his statement. That's the reason why he's calling us elitists. If we agree with him, we wouldn't be elitists. Generally.
Hang on, what
You love yourself. This is the high level play.
Those of you who already been over how good little bitches except shit quality games. Proof of shit they're disabled or not. What?
This dude, bro. Of course they're not. What the fuck?
Like, I don't want every game after like it's bad enough that we're in the age where devs are taking their current games and making them easier, like Street Fighter and especially MK11, that pile of garbage. I don't want every game to be, just like if every game.
It is gonna have like their easy characters, a medium difficulty rating, and they're definitely technical more characters. There's definitely gonna be that, no matter what.
Yeah.
It is a little more execution for like, damage output and just damage down. Even though they get like even to like basic damage for like even the most like technical like tight gap combos, no matter what.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Because even in
almost no.
Because even in simple games they have hard characters. Like Rising Thunder has Vlad, and Fantasy Strike has Argagar, and who else classifies as hard? What, Quincy or Quince, and I think Onamaru. They're a little bit hard, even though it's a simple game. But I don't want every game in the current trend that devs are going down to be easy as hell.
This point is just about consumers' ease of access to the game and more wanting just money, income, and just what's the word I'm looking for? And just more sales, more profit. I think the game just didn't keep up with that aspect of the game. It really does well.
Like
how it goes.
I fucking love
business.
Power Rangers. I love the shit out of that game, but I don't want Street Fighter or MK or Tekken to play like Power Rangers. I don't want single motion special moves where I just press forward and a button just to do a sonic boom. I don't give a fuck that disabled players GoPro. Wait, I saw you don't give a fuck that disabled players GoPro after just watching experienced player with no disabilities fuck up motion inputs. So I messed up an input twice, and that just invalidates my statement.
Basically, it kind of does.
My point was that if Broly Legs can play Chun-Li and get in like top 8, you can do a motion. If that DJ player for Tekken 7, who basically has like alien fingers, can play Devil Jin in a top Tekken tournament, you can, do simple combos in Tekken 2. That was my point of showing off the disabled players. How long do beginners actually have to grind to start enjoying their characters? They can
start joining anytime. They don't really have to. They can play for fun. They skip that part. Well, I sense clear is people who play the game for fun, is people who actually play to improve. It is the truth.
Yeah, like there's
I
a
think Soul
difference.
Calibur is generally one of those games that just happens. Either just people just stuck in low rank, just for the simple fact they don't care about ranked in general. They just play to
I
have
was
fun.
commenting on his video and he replied, so I replied to him.
Already?
No way.
What the fuck? And and just people who generally want to prove. I said that shit in the last video, but that point don't matter no more because I made one valid argument
Like you
about
can like
one
you
valid thing about mind games,
like when
which
when I
clearly he
was
hates. And
younger,
like I think the next two Smash Bros. I did not want to watch that video for the whole shit.
when I was younger, I was shit at fighting games. Like I was playing Akuma in SO4. I had no
But
concept
I
of
mean,
overheads and
it's
lows
not
and
even
Oki.
about.
I just went
It's not even
in
about
and played the
age.
game. I was having
It's
fun.
it's not about age. It's about experience. In the like, for this specific example you're talking about, it's not like you could be 14 or you could be like 44. If it's your first time playing a fighting game, it's your first time playing a fighting game.
Redline.
And experience matters because say you're 44, you've played a bunch of different games, game styles, game genres. You can take that that makes motions not that hard.
And I even knew the motions for Akuma, but I just went in and played the game. I didn't care about rank at all.
And my whole hormone thing got skipped too because no one's gonna show up at the end right now. Oh my god, I hate this
How
nigga,
am I
bro.
like beginners don't
It
have to
wasn't viable enough.
grind to start enjoying their characters. Like I said, they can just jump in and play. A decade might be long enough. Jesus Christ. Are you okay, dude?
My whole thing got skipped the fuck over, but okay. It's fair enough.
You've run this genre into the ground for long enough now. It's time for
And
it
then
to
I'm
evolve.
coming for the rest of you motion input defenders. You've run this genre into the ground for long enough now for its time to evolve.
I cannot wait for
We're
the rest of the
done
games to
here.
be motion inputs, bro. And it stays like that.
Please tell
I'm
me this
laughing to the
video.
bank.
Please tell me this video is on here. Please tell me this video is on here somewhere. Is this it? Yes. This is literally what he sounded like.
Superpower or $140 billion dollars?
This question is comical.
It's comical.
I'm picking my damn power, and I am going to abuse it. I have a lot of people I need to do penance on. Or they need to see their lord at his full power.
I've never seen that last part.
Would you rather have a superpower or
That's literally what he sounded like.
If he was done, any closing words so far?
I don't have anything else to say, honestly.
Nothing.
I really don't.
No saying with people before.
I
No
don't
matter
know
if you
what.
change it to even a game that clearly has been working fine on motion inputs. If you add directional inputs, they have both at the same time. There's gonna be more advantage of doing the motion over directional input. Guaranteed factor.
Like DNF Duel.
DNF Duel, Armor, Soul Calibur, seen it all.
Grand Blue's doing that shit too.
I
They
never
did
knew.
it.
I know. I never knew. That's one. I don't even. This is just hilarious. I
Let's
didn't even
keep
get
the
shit
comment
talked
though. What
about.
Kai said.
Y'all can. I'm done here. I didn't give much to respond to besides I said one thing to him about my game. Because he couldn't split second react with a DP to anti or neutral. No code doesn't play online talking about the mind game of the opponent, which I call common knowledge, something you don't evidently unfamiliar with. As proven as fact, as you don't even know what compare means. Pretty sure you don't even in a position to speak on how knowledgeable someone can really be. Or you're just you just find it hard to pick up a character to put in that much time into fighting you. Doesn't mean other than the finding it hard. Blah, blah, blah. So we get newcomers have the same experience, quickly putting personal issues in a video genre. But damn, they got a response in like fucking that much amount of time. Damn, Kaibari just just loves you putting the laugh shit again on that one. Y'all niggas are different, bro. Y'all made for each other.
That shit was funny,
Stop,
dog.
PK. You can't just comment what I comment. He's gonna say the same shit back to you. All right, bro. Hop back on Xbox before I kill myself.
All right, that's the end of the stream, dog. That shit was funny as fuck. Oh my god.